Right now is November 4th, 8:57 a.m. And we still do not know the results of the presidential election because there's a lot of mail-in votes that have not been counted yet. There's a lot of counting that's going on right now, and it's too soon to say. I'm really disappointed that it wasn't a decisive victory that you just wake up in the morning. But I do think that this should be a lesson, regardless who wins, Biden or Trump. I believe that November election is constitutional, so that day can't really be changed. But I really do believe that we should be using October, starting October 1st onwards to maybe October 20th, to do early votes and mail-in votes. And this way, all of that data can be ready by election day for the people who actually want to show up to the voting on election day. And then you can have a decisive victory by the next day because you have all the data already in. So be that as it may, we're going to end up waiting for those results and whatnot. But one thing that is decisive: recreational marijuana has been legalized by New Jersey voters. So I was already telling you about this because, I bought marijuana stock, and I was like, well, if the Biden and Harris administration gets in, they're going to end up legalizing marijuana, and I'm going to end up being rich. It looks like it's going to happen anyway. It's just that it's happening in a roundabout way since we don't know who the president is. New Jersey is about 30 minutes away from me. I can get in my car and I can drive to New Jersey in about 30 minutes or less, depending upon how traffic is. At the most, it's an hour away. If traffic is bad, I can get there in an hour. If New Jersey has legalized recreational marijuana, that is going to put a tremendous amount of pressure on New York, Connecticut, and anybody else in this area, including Pennsylvania. So people could literally drive from here or take a train from here, get into New Jersey, get high all day long, and then come right back, and there's nothing the cops here could do about it. And if they did start to attack people based on them having marijuana, then eventually the people are going to revolt, and they're going to do the exact same thing they did in New Jersey. It says New Jersey's legalization of marijuana is expected to generate $126 million a year, revenue officials say, is needed after the pandemic battered state finances. Now that coronavirus, and I keep saying this, coronavirus is opening up new doors that you never would have imagined existed before. First of all, coronavirus taught us that election day does not need to be a single day. Election day can be an entire month, as we've seen. And now we have an electorate that's more than 133 million people, which is a lot larger than it was in 2008, 2012, or 2016. So coronavirus is forcing us to change. And right now, they're thinking about how much money they can make from marijuana thanks to coronavirus pretty much decimating the state's economy. So anyway, yes, after years of legislative failures, New Jersey voters on Tuesday authorized the legal use of recreational marijuana. That means you don't have to have any medical permission. You can just go, just like I was able to go to Denver, and you can just go into a dispensary, and you got to usually show your driver's license because they want to kind of treat it like alcohol. And you can just get as much weed as possible, and you can get so high that you're up there in space with the moon. Now, me personally, I've never actually smoked marijuana. I stay away from it. Eventually, I'll be a retired person, and I'll just sit back and have nothing to do except, do whatever I want. So who knows? Maybe I'll try it then. But I'm not doing none of that stuff now because I don't need the cops harassing me. When you're driving around in $70,000 and $80,000 car, the last thing you want is these damn cops messing with you and busting your windows and forcing you out the car or repossessing your stuff. It's like, I don't have time for that. So anyway, it says supporters rallied around the disproportionate number of arrests for the drug and minority community, which is part of the reason why I know that if, Biden and Harris take it, that they're going to have to legalize marijuana because they're going to have to do it basically as an apology to all the people that they locked up with the crime bill and whatever. But hey, listen, they were doing their jobs. The residents here told them that they needed a crime bill. They told Bill Clinton they needed a crime bill, and it got done because there was so many shootings and shit in the 80s and the 90s because of the crack epidemic. So basically, that they did their jobs. I find it amazing that Trump tries to claim that you're going to have chaos and violence and shit when meanwhile the two people he's running against have a better record on criminal justice than he does because they've locked up more people. But anyway, the question New Jersey voters approve called for a 6.625% state. Oh my God. See, this is what it is. They're going to start taxing it. 6.625. New Jersey doesn't even tax clothes. Like, I can go to New Jersey and I can buy a jacket for $100 and it's just $100. They don't even tax clothes, but they're going to tax freaking marijuana 6.625. But you know what? First of all, these people are going to be so high, you could tax them 10% and they wouldn't notice because they're going to be so high. But anyway, the potential for extra tax revenue and new jobs may serve as a powerful motivator to move quickly in New Jersey. Okay, a lot of people are probably going to set up some, dispensaries and whatnot. So let me just real quickly, I'm just going to go over my marijuana stocks that I own just to show you exactly the reason why I want marijuana legalized so badly so they can make me rich. So let me just show you that real quick. Okay, the Dow was up yesterday to 27,480 points, so that was a good thing. Now, BLOZF was one of the first marijuana stocks I got into, but they don't do anything related to marijuana. What they are is about detection. They are building breathalyzers for marijuana. And I'm pretty sure that even with legalized recreational and medicinal marijuana, they're never going to let you do things like driving cars and operating machinery. Breathalyzers are the state's way of legalizing things such as alcohol and drugs like marijuana, but still being able to punish you if you use them against the state's wishes. Again, if you are in Colorado, you have to have a driver's license. You're not allowed to buy this if you're below the age of, I believe it is 18 or 21. They scan your driver's license, and then they give you your weed, and then you're allowed to go creep into some little corner in your house or your basement where you can smoke your brains out. And you're not allowed to drive cars, and the cops are watching. So I'm pretty sure these breathalyzers are going to end up being a big thing. I think all weed stocks are about to make a movement upwards thanks to this New Jersey, because the speculators are going to know that once New Jersey has it legalized, the other surrounding states are going to be forced to, because New Jersey is such a big, powerful state. Not as powerful, I'll say, as New York State, but very big, very powerful, almost close. So BLOZF was just one. Who else? I think I put them. Oh, yeah. Well, I have a lot of weed stock. There's Cannabis Corp. Do they have any new news? Let's see. Cannabis, CANN. The last news was 7 weeks ago. I expect an update very soon. Cannabis Corp has been as high as $8. When I bought into it, I know it was a lot lower than that, but this $8 range was in the last 5 years. CBDS, Cannabis Sativa, I own that too. Within the last 5 years, they were in the $8 range. Okay, there's Green Grow Technologies. Right now, it's only 0.002. There's no recent information out of that. I'll have to check that later on. FOT, 11 weeks ago was the last news. So I'm pretty sure there should be an update soon. Vape, red, white, and blue scaling. Okay, the last news was 12 weeks ago. A lot of these companies have been trying to make partnerships with other companies. There's Endo right here. They've been trying to do partnerships with other companies, and there's been a lot of movement within marijuana, but there's been nothing major. There's MJ&A. They should be doing some type of update very soon. I think they had an update 1 day ago, yes, but this was before the election. Global medical marijuana market demand to show superior growth despite the spread of COVID. Okay, you can read these yourself later. Okay, so that's MJ&A. Then there was, let me go this way, MCOA. That's the Marijuana Company of America. 1 hour ago, we got a little bit of information. Let's see what they say. Let's see. To our shareholders, the pioneer has centered on the development. And I think MCOA and MJ&A, they have a lot of partnerships, and they actually are starting to see profit in some of their subsidiaries. That's actually a good thing. You can read this one yourself, but yeah, they are starting to release more news. That's a good thing. In fact, let's go back to the list. Okay, hemp. Any updates? Okay. All right, 6 days ago. Okay, hemp set to distribute full king of hemp product line. That sounds, I guess, interesting. Okay, Las Vegas. Yeah, see, this information is mostly coming out from the Southwest, Colorado and whatnot, those states out there that have legalized marijuana already for recreational use. All right, so this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Me personally, I'm going to make whatever money I can make, and then I'm going to sell. And the reason why is because over time, there's going to be a lot of competition in marijuana, and that competition is going to spread out that money a little bit thinner. But we'll see what happens. ERBB, American Green, 1 week ago. Board of Directors gives the green light to its cannabis division to expand grow management by 300%. Well, you can make that 600% because New Jersey's getting weed now. Okay? So that sounds great. All right, so who else? Was that it? I know MSig. I think they do those those marijuana cigarettes and stuff, those electric cigarettes. No, I could be wrong. No, that's something else. My fault. Golden Leaf Holdings expects to report a successful record revenue quarter and positive cash flow. Okay, everybody wants into this damn marijuana. It's just crazy. Premier consumer-driven cannabis company anticipates final unaudited revenues will be this information was a little while ago about, so we'll be approximately 6.1 million with an expected gross margin of 30. Okay, not bad. Keep it coming. I believe InMed Pharmaceuticals had something to do with marijuana. I believe that's why I bought it, but whatever. Right now, for the week, they are at $5.30. I think that these things are going to start appreciating eventually, but New Jersey is the shot heard around the world. Okay, and these are all airlines. Let's see. I don't think I put any more in here because I try to keep these things in order. Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, so that's basically it. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. I'm going to be watching the news very carefully and paying very close attention to what holdings I do have and my positions. And I would recommend that these very, very cheap marijuana stocks that you can get into, split some money up, buy a couple, maybe 100, even if you take $1,000 and you buy 100 shares of each one that you see that there's movement in recently, $100 worth is actually a lot considering these things are basically all penny stocks. But pennies make dollars, just remember.